أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah and welcome everybody to today's class. Jazakumullah for arriving on time. Just a quick reminder, you should all have your heads covered appropriately and you should have your correct IDs, otherwise you may find yourself in the waiting room. Also, please be mindful that where you are sitting is quiet. If you're called to the mic, it's very disturbing for all students if there is background noise. So please make sure you're in a quiet area to recite today. Jazakumullah. Before we start with today's lesson, let me just introduce what we are going to be doing. It's a continuation of yesterday where we were looking at Alif Zaida. So it's miscellaneous rules, Alif Zaida, part 3. Part 3. Okay, so if we could have our first student please to the mic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Our first student is G1112.
Assalamu alaikum G1112. Can you hear me? G1112. Can you hear me?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So we're going to start with our opening dua. Okay? Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما
Rabbi zidni ilman.
Okay, so once more, just listen to me first because we're doing a waqf here. Remember last week when we covered waqf? It means we're making a stop, a pause here. So we have to change the way this last meme with the tanween sounds. Okay? Rabbi zidni ilma.
Rabbi zidni ilma.
Beautiful, well done. And the translation, please.
Oh my Lord, increase me in knowledge.
Surah.
Taha 115.
Excellent. Jazakumullah, thank you for your help.
Jazakallah.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, so like I said today, in today's class, we are continuing with the Alif Zaida, which we began yesterday. Okay, and if you remember, Alif Zaida is when you see a blank alif, but it is not pronounced. Okay, now, in the exercise we are doing today, which is exercise 22.3, for those of you that have the PDF at home, this section explains something slightly different. So sometimes, like you did yesterday, you will have a blank alif at the end of the word or in the middle of the word, and it will not be pronounced at all. In some circumstances, you have a blank alif, okay? It is pronounced when making a pause, a waqf, okay? But it is not pronounced in continuation in wasl. So that means if you're pausing and your last letter that you're pausing on is that blank alif, in those situations you will pronounce the alif, you will use the alif in your pronunciation. If you are continuing to read and you are not making a pause or taking a breath, the word will be recited differently and you will ignore that blank alif. Okay, so let's just start because you can only really understand what needs to happen when you hear it. Okay, so everyone look carefully. So you see here, it says way of writing. Now this means that this way of writing is how the word would be seen, written in the Holy Quran. Okay, this is what you would see if you were reciting the Holy Quran. Now in reading, so if you then had to read this word in continuation, you would pronounce it like this. It says in reading. But if you needed to take a break, a pause at the end of this word to take a breath, in waqf, you would pronounce it like this. Okay, and now we're going to read through so you can hear the different ways that this would be pronounced. Okay, so in the writing, as you can see, there's a lam, a kaf, nun gunna, because it's a nun with a shad on it, and what looks to be an alif madda, but it has a little cross on the top. It is alif zaida. Okay? So normally you would, in reading, read this as lakinna. And as you can see, I did not elongate the noon at the end, which I normally would if there was alif madda. I pronounce it lakinna. If, however, I was going to pause and take a breath, I would pronounce the alif madda. So I would pronounce this lakinna. Lakinna. And if you notice, I'm holding on the noon there for 2 seconds, noon gunna, and then elongating for 2 seconds because of the alif at the end. Okay, so let's have our first student and then we'll work through this exercise.
Yes. G1127.
Assalamualaikum. Walaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So, are you understanding what I've said so far?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. So, how would you, in the Quran Majid, you would see the word written like this, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. But when you pronounce it in Russell, that means in continuation, we pronounce it like this. Okay, so just follow me. So it's
I can read by myself. I can read by myself.
Okay, I just need to do it once because there's other children in the class that hopefully should also be following at home. Once we've been through the line once, then you can recite it by yourself as well. Okay?
Okay.
Excellent. Lakinna.
Lakinna.
Beautiful. And then if you were to make a pause here, okay, and take a breath, it would be lakinna.
Lakinna.
Beautiful, well done. Would you like to recite it once more, please, in the reading section?
Yes. Lakinna.
Okay, so when we're doing the reading section, we are not going to elongate the sound of the noon at the end. Okay, so once more, listen to me. Lakinna.
Lakinna.
Beautiful. When we're in pause, we are going to elongate the alif at the end. Do you want to have a go?
Lakinna.
Beautiful. Well done. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. Just a second. Right. So in writing, this is how you would visualize this. This is how you would see this in the Holy Quran. Okay. Uzzununa. Okay. Because there's the alif madda there, right? But we are told that in reading, if we are not doing a waqf, we will not pronounce this alif madda. So the way that we will pronounce this is uzzununa.
Uzzununa.
Well done, excellent. Uzzununa.
Uzzununa.
Very good, excellent. If, however, we need to take a break, we need to do a waqf, we need to make a stop, take a breath, we'll pronounce this uzzununa.
Uzzununa.
Good. And why are we elongating this for 2 seconds at the end?
Because we're doing a pause.
We're doing a pause. Excellent. And when you have a blank alif after a letter with a fatha on it, what do you need to do? What's that called? Do you remember?
Alif Zaida.
It's called an alif zaida here, which has the cross on the top here. But here we would use it as an alif madda. So we have to elongate for 2 seconds. Okay. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, if we could have another student, please.
Yes. Our next student is G1022.
G1022.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Are you understanding everything okay so far?
Yes.
Excellent, good. So, where it says way of writing, where would you find this word written like this?
You find it.
In the it says way of writing. If we were looking at the Holy Quran itself, this is how we would see this word written. Yeah? Like this. Okay? But when we are reading it in continuation, we will read it like this. Okay? So we are going to read this. Ar-Rasula.
Ar-Rasula.
Beautiful. Well done. Now, we would only read it like that if we were in continuation. If we were going to do a pause or a waqf, we would have to read it like this. Ar-Rasula.
Ar-Rasula.
Beautiful. Well done. Excellent. So, next one here. Okay. Again, in the Holy Quran, the word would be written like this. So you can see the alif, you can see the lam, you automatically assume it's an alif madda. Actually, it's an alif zaida. Okay. But when you pronounce it, if you are in continuation and you're going to read the word afterwards as well, you will pronounce it as-sabila.
As-sabila.
Beautiful. And if you're going to do a waqf, you're going to take a break and have a breath, you would pronounce it as-sabila.
As-sabila.
Beautiful. Well done. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help.
Jazakallah.
G1022. Allah Hafiz. Okay, next student, please.
G1096.
G1096.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, just a second. How are you today?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Excellent. Are you understanding everything okay?
Yeah.
Excellent, good. So in the Holy Quran, and just for everybody's reference here, you can see the reference written here. Okay, so in the Holy Quran, the reference of chapter 76, verse 5, just like the other references are written here as well, you would find this word written like this. Okay, and there will be an alif zaida at the end, right? If we were reading this, we would pronounce it in continuation. That means without taking a breath, we would pronounce this salasila.
Salasila.
Beautiful. Well done. Excellent. Good. Now, if we were going to make a pause, and we were going to have a breath, waqf, we have two ways to pronounce this word. Okay? We can either pronounce it with the lam with a sukoon on the top, or we can pronounce it with the alif madda. Okay, so I'm going to read both of them and then you can follow me. Okay, so we can either pronounce this as salasil.
Salasil.
Very good. Or we can pronounce this as salasila.
Salasila.
Very good. Excellent. Well done. Very nice. Okay, next one. Let me just take this off. Next one here. Now, if we were on, again, chapter 76, verse 17, we were on this word, we would see it looking like this in the Holy Quran. There would be an alif there, but we would not pronounce it. So in continuation, in wasl, we would pronounce this qawarira.
War.
Once more.
Wara.
Qawarira.
Kawarira.
Very good. Make sure with the qaf that your mouth is in a round shape. This is one of our thick letters, okay? Qawarira.
Kawarira.
Good, well done. And again, ra, make sure your mouth is round there as well, okay? Now, next word. If we were in a waqf, if we were going to do a waqf and we were going to have a breath break, we would pronounce this qawarid.
Kawarid.
Very good. Once more. Qawarid.
Kawarid.
Very good. Make sure with this qaf that you really make your mouth nice and round in order to recite this. Okay, well done. Excellent. Jazakumullah. Thank you for your help.
Thank you.
Allah Hafiz. Okay. If we can have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1074.
G1074. Assalamu alaikum.
What did I choose you?
Assalamu alaikum. G1074.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. You understanding everything okay?
Yeah.
Excellent, good. So for this last one, number 7 that we're looking at right now, it says that this word, okay, would appear in the Quran in 41 different places. So obviously they haven't all been listed here, but it's just to make you mindful of how this would be pronounced. So again, looks like an alif madda, but it is an alif saida. Okay, so when we're pronouncing it in continuation, we'll pronounce it ana.
Anna.
Good. If we are doing a waqf and we are making a pause, we'll pronounce it ana.
Anna.
Good. 2 seconds because of the alif madda, right? Ana.
Anna.
Very good. Well done. Okay, let's go back to the top just a second. Oh, let's just do this word here. Right. Now, again, remember this first one is just the way of writing, the way that you would actually see if it was written in the Holy Quran. It would be written in chapter 18, verse 39, and it would look like this. When you were reading it, we will pronounce it like this in continuation. Lakinna.
Lakinna.
Good. And if we are doing a waqf, it would be lakinna.
Lakinna.
Very good. So you have to elongate for 2 seconds there. Well done. Next one.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Right.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
No, tell her my brother is here.
Excuse me.
Okay. Yes.
My brother's here. Can he have a turn?
What's his number?
G1073.
Okay, I will ask the discipline in charge and she will have a look. And once you've finished your turn, we will ask her. Okay? Okay, just a second. So in this word here, A'udhu billahi min shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. If you do tawuz, and then we'll start on the next one here.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Good. So again, this would be in the Quran. It would look like this in chapter 33, verse 11. When we will pronounce it, we'll pronounce it. Would you like to have a go by yourself? Because we've already heard all the words once.
Okay. Azun.
Uzu. Good. Azunu.
Azununa.
Good. Well done. Azununa.
Azununa.
Very good. And this one, how would we pronounce this?
Azununa.
Very nice. Excellent. So you can see in the continuation, it's the alif zaida. We don't pronounce it. In a waqf, we do pronounce it. Okay. Jazakumullah. Thank you for your help. A discipline in charge, could you tell us if we can have G1073 today?
Yes, we can.
Okay, that's fine. G1073.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Okay, if we can start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah, and we'll go on to the next word.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Okay, so because we have a conversation in the middle, sometimes when we're reading the Quran, sometimes we have to say something else. We should always start again with Tawuz, okay, if we've had to have a break of the recitation. Okay, so that's why we have to say it again. Right, so again, this word here, A'udhu billahi min shaitanir rajim, would be pronounced like this, even though it looks like this in chapter 33, verse 67, we'll pronounce it like this without the alif. So do you want to have a go at that? Because we've already gone through the words once.
Okay.
It would be with like a fatha on the alif. Arra.
Arra.
Good. Want to have a go at the word?
Sorry, can you start playing with the screen? Sorry, 1 minute.
That's okay.
Yeah, don't touch the screen. Read. Look and read. Go on.
Can you see the word okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to follow me or would you like to have a go by yourself?
I want to follow you.
Okay, that's fine. So it would be ar-rasula.
Ar-Rasula.
Very good. Ar-rasula.
Ar-Rasula.
Good, very nice. When you're saying the ra with a fatha, try to make your mouth round a little bit. Okay, ar-rasula.
Ar-Rasula.
Much better, excellent. Now, if we were doing a waqf, if we were making a pause, having a breath, it would be ar-rasula.
Ar-Rasula.
Good, once more. You want to have a go?
Ar-Rasula.
Very nice. Again, try to make your mouth a little round when you're saying the ra with the fatha. Ar-ra. Round mouth. Good. Once more.
Ar-Ra.
Ar-ra. Well done. Ar-rasula.
Ar-Rasula.
Very good. Excellent. Well done. Next word. Now, again, this would come here in chapter 33, verse 68. In the Holy Quran, it would look like this with the blank alif, which looks like an alif madha, but it's an alif zaida. But if we were going to recite in continuation and not make a pause, we'll pronounce it like this. As-sabila.
As-Sabila.
Very good, well done. If we were going to make a pause, make a waqf, take a breath, then it would be as-sabila.
As-Sabila.
Beautiful, well done, excellent. Make sure it's just for the 2 seconds, okay? Well done. Really, really lovely recitation, G1073. Well done. Jazakumullah for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay, and we can have our next student, please.
Yes. Our next student is G1121.
G1121. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you today?
I'm good, and you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. Understanding everything okay?
Yes.
Excellent. So if we start with tawuz and tasmiyah, and then I'll go back to this word.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Beautiful. Now, again, chapter 76, verse 5, we would see this word, it would look like this. It would have an alif, but that is an alif zaida. If we were pronouncing it in continuation, in wasl, without a break, we'll pronounce it like this. Would you like to recite by yourself or follow me?
Follow you.
Okay, so this would be pronounced salasila.
Salasila.
Beautiful. Once more. Salasila.
Salasila.
Beautiful. Well done. Excellent. Now, if we were doing a waqf, there are 2 ways of pronouncing it. We can either end with a sukoon on the lam, in which case it would be pronounced like this. Salasil.
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 Very good. The other way, the other option of pronouncing this word is like this with an alif madha at the end. Okay, so that would be salasila.
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 Good, well done. Make sure it's a very smooth 2 seconds. There's no jerk at the end, okay? Sila.
Sila.
Beautiful, well done, excellent. So there are 2 options of how you would make a waqf, a pause on this particular word. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We're now on to this word here. If it was in the Quran, it would be chapter 76, verse 17. It would look like this with the alif, which is an alif zaida. Okay, and in the Quran, you may see these little crosses on top. Okay, but it was also explained that sometimes it is also written in the margin of the Quran where it says alif zaida as well. okay, so that you know it's the alif zaidah there, okay? The star ones, as you can see from here, sorry, not here, this is further down. I'll just show you. It says alif zaidah is not marked with a cross on these words in the text of the Holy Quran. So in some cases, there is no cross on top of the alif, but it would say alif zaidah, okay? So let's go on here. So would you like to have a go at this word by yourself or follow me?
Can I just try it?
Yes, of course, yeah.
Kawarira.
Very good effort, excellent. How long will you pronounce this for?
2 seconds.
Excellent, one more go.
Kawarira.
Very, very good effort. So what I want you to do now is your 2 seconds here were really good. Qawa, 2 seconds. Now let's do the second bit. Rira.
Rira.
Excellent. So you have to make sure you can really hear that 2 second sound there. Let's put it all together now once more.
Khawarira.
Much better. Excellent. Well done. Qawarira.
Khawarira.
Excellent. Much, much better. Make sure this is a qaf sound. So it's a very thick qaf. Okay? Excellent. Good. Now, if we were doing this in a waqf, in this situation, you would not pronounce the alif madda. It would be pronounced like a ra sakin, a ra with a spoon on the top. Okay? So it would be, do you want to have a go?
Yes.
Off you go.
Khawarir.
Very good effort. Excellent. So you made sure that you could hear the ra sound at the end. Okay? But we need to elongate this a bit further. Okay? So it would be qawarir.
Khawarir.
Much better. Excellent. So we need to elongate this for about 4 seconds, right? Qawarir.
Khawarir.
Very, very good effort. Excellent. Well done. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. G1121.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Okay. We could have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1119.
G1119. Assalamu alaikum. G1119.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Is that G1119?
No, I'm G1055.
Okay, just a second. Discipline in charge, is that okay?
Yes, she can.
G1055?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. I've got it down. Right, okay. So, are you understanding everything okay?
Yes.
Yes, brilliant. Excellent. So, can we start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah and then we'll begin here?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Beautiful, well done. So, in the Holy Quran, there's 41 different places where we will see this word, okay? But the alif is an alif zaidah. So, when we are in continuation, we will pronounce this ana.
Ana.
Beautiful. If we are doing waqf, we'll pronounce this ana.
Ana.
Beautiful, excellent. Okay, so this is just to let you know that sometimes there are blank alifs in the Holy Quran which are known as alif zaidah, right? And you will not pronounce them in some circumstances, which you went through yesterday. They'll be at the end of the word and you won't pronounce them. Sometimes they are in the middle of the word and you won't pronounce them. Sometimes they're at the end of a word. You don't pronounce them in continuation when you're reciting, but you will pronounce them if you make a pause, a waqf, right? Now, There are some situations, so this last word, as you can see, it's an alif, a noon, and an alif, okay, and you're not pronouncing the alif madda here, but there are some words where you will pronounce the alif madda. So for example, here it says alif after noon, a vowed noon will be recited in all of the following words. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words where we will pronounce this alif madda, right? So if you just follow me, the first word here is anamila.
Anamila.
Beautiful, well done. Next one. Anastasia.
Anastasia.
Beautiful, very, very good. Well done. Anastasia.
Anastasia.
Very good. Make sure this is 2 seconds, okay? Because remember it says in these words, in these 6 words, this alif madda will be pronounced, okay? Once more. Anastasia.
Anastasia.
Beautiful. A really, really good wow mushaddad there. Really good sound. Excellent. Well done. Next one. Oh, my highlighter's going all funny. Right. Anabu.
Anabu.
Very good. Well done. Next one. Lil anami.
Lil.
Okay, just 1 second. My highlighter went a bit extra there and it's doing it again now. Just 1 second. Let me just try and get this word. There we go. That's better. Lil.
Lil.
Lil a.
Lil a.
Beautiful. Lil anami.
Lil alami.
Okay, good. Make sure that you pronounce this noon really carefully. Lil anami.
Lil alami.
Na.
Na.
Beautiful. Once more. Lil anami.
Lil anami.
Excellent. Well done. Perfect. Well done. Good. Let's move on. Next word. Oh. My highlighter does not want to work properly today. Okay. Liqa'ana.
Liqa'ana.
Beautiful. How many seconds do we pronounce this madda for here? Do you remember?
4 seconds.
Excellent. Well done. We're going to do this once more. Liqa'ana.
Liqa'ana.
Very good. Excellent. Make sure when you say your qaf, because this is a thick letter, your mouth is really round for that. Okay, well done. Good. And the last word here, ja'ana.
Ja'ana.
Beautiful. Once more. Ja'ana.
Ja'ana.
Very good. Excellent work, G1055. Really beautiful recitation there. Well done. Jazakumullah for your help. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, excellent. Really, really good pronunciation. Really, really good recitation, students today. I hope everybody is practicing at home as well. Okay, so it says here, this word, so it's talking about here, I'm just reading this for you. This word, this starred word, also appears in the intention of prayer, the niyat that we say before our salat, before our namaz. So if you look through that, you will find this word and you will know that if you are in continuation, then you don't make a pause there. You don't elongate there. But if you are making a pause there, then you would elongate there. Okay, excellent, good. So let's move on to our next exercise, 22.3. And if we could have another student, please.
Yes, G1119.
G1119. Wa alaikum assalam. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Excellent, good. So are you understanding everything okay?
G.
Excellent, good. So we're going to do this sentence here. Now, I want you to remember, tell me, if we are continuously reading throughout the whole sentence, how will we pronounce this letter here?
You wouldn't really prolong it.
Excellent, good. So we will disregard this alif madda, this alif here, and we would just say that for the 1 second. Okay. If we were going to make a break here, a pause at this point where my arrow is, how would we pronounce it then?
Then you would prolong it a little bit.
For 2 seconds, because it turns into an alif madda then, and you would elongate for 2 seconds. Yeah, good, excellent. So we are going to do it firstly. We're going to recite the whole way through, but you can follow me if you want. Follow me first, and then the second time we'll make a pause there and see how it sounds as well. Okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. So if we start with Dawood and Tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, so I'm going to recite the whole thing first, and then we can break it down and we can do it more slowly. If you feel confident, then we can try to recite the whole thing as well. Okay, so وَلَا أَنَا عَابِدٌ مَا عَبَدتُّمْ. Would you like to follow me?
ولا أنا عبدتم
Okay,
ما
so
عبدتم.
we don't want to elongate here. We need to keep that noon really short because we're doing continuous. Now, one thing you've probably noticed here at the end, you can see a dal with a sukoon and then a ta with a shadda on top. We are not going to pronounce the dal, so the ba is going to join straight to the ta with the shadda. Okay, so imagine this as a silent letter here, this dal. We're not going to pronounce it. Okay, so just follow me. Let's break it down a little bit. Wala ana.
ولا أنا
Good. ولا أنا عابد ما.
ولا أنا عابدون ما.
Good, very good, excellent. Again, excellent, very good. Again, we've got a tanveen here. So normally we would say dun. So you did do that correctly. But the next letter is a meme. It has a shadda on the top. So we are not going to pronounce, you did idgham last week as well, or the week before. So we are not going to pronounce the noon sound. We are going to join straight to the meme. Okay, so bi dumma.
بدم.
Good. So you hold on the meme, you make a goodna sound for 2 seconds, and then you elongate for 2 seconds as well. Okay, because of the alif. So wala ana abidum ma.
ولا أنا عابدون ما.
Dumma.
دم.
Good. Let's just try this last section and then we'll put it together again. Abattum.
عبدتم.
Good, well done. So we're going to ignore the dal completely. Okay, so you do need to take a deep breath. Okay, because as more words start joining together, we need to have a full breath so that we don't need to stop in the middle and take a pause, right? So I'm going to say it through once more and then you have a go afterwards, right? Wala ana abidum ma abattum.
ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم.
Much better, excellent, much better. But you really need to try and get this section here. Bidumma.
بدم.
Good. So even if you see a tanveen, if the next letter like this has got a shadda on the top, then you need to join it directly to the next letter. Bidumma.
بدم.
Good. Abidumma.
عابد ما
Good. ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم.
ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم.
Much, much better. Excellent. Keep working on that. Make sure that you don't elongate this noon. We are used to doing that because we see an alif madda, but we are not to do it. So we're not to pronounce this noon when reciting in continuation. Okay. And again, if you see the shadda and the letter before has a tanween, you need to make sure here that you, depending on whether it's idgham naqis or idgham kamil, which you've already covered, you need to focus on how you're going to pronounce that. In this case, you will pronounce the dal and join it immediately to the mim mushaddad. Okay? And
Okay,
in this
thank you.
case, you will ignore the dal completely and you will join the ba directly to the ta. Okay? Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help. G
Jazakumullah khairan.
1119. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, students, as you can see, we are reading like 2, 3, 4 words now together. So it's not easy. It does take time. The more you practice, the better you'll become, the more fluent you'll become. And the more you practice taking in a nice deep breath before the sentence that you're about to recite, the verse you're about to recite, the easier it is. Even I have to do it. Okay, even us teachers have to do it. We have to take a breath in order to be able to recite an entire line. Okay, right, next student, please.
Next student is G1123.
Assalamu alaikum, G1123.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. If we start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah, and we are going to read this second line here.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very good, excellent. So I am going to recite it once and then we can break it down, recite it slowly. You can have a go and let's see how you go with it, okay? So just listen for the first time. فَقَالَ أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى.
فقال أنا ربكم الأعلى.
Excellent effort. Really, really, really good effort. Well done. Now, a couple of things. What you need to do is you need to make sure, because this is an alif zaida, that you just pronounce this as a simple noon with a sukoon on, with a fatha on top. So just 1 second. Ana.
أنا
Very good. Ana.
أنا
Because we are in continuation, we are not making a breath or taking a pause. So we're just going to recite it as a simple 1 second. Okay? And then ala.
أعلى.
Good. Again, that ayn sound, it has to come from your throat. It's difficult. We have to practice it because we're not used to making this sound. So ala.
أعلى.
Very good effort. Good, good. Just keep trying. It comes with practice, inshallah. Okay. And again, we're elongating this for 2 seconds. So I'm going to recite it once more and then you have a go afterwards. Okay. فَقَالَ أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى.
فقال أنا ربكم الأعلى.
Much, much better. Excellent. Very good. One other thing you need to be conscious of is just making sure this qaf is a thick sound. So you need to make your mouth nice and round to make the qaf sound. Good. Well done. And it's quite, it can be tricky because you've got a thin sound here beforehand and then a thin sound here as well with the fa and the lam. But just keep practicing and your mouth will slowly get used to making the thick sounds in between the thin sounds. So if you need a thin smiley face for your fa, you will say fa and then qa, round mouth. Fa qala.
فقال
Beautiful, much, much better. So I'm going to do it once more and then you have a go. فقال أنا rabbukumul a'la.
فقال أنا ربكم الأعلى.
Excellent. Very, very good recitation, G1, 1, 2, 3. Really nice pronunciation. You really worked on making sure you got all the sounds and just keep on practicing. It's getting on really, really well, mashallah. Well done. Jazakumullah for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay, next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1122.
G1122. Assalamu alaikum, G1122. G1122, can you hear me?
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Are you understanding everything okay?
Yes.
Yes, brilliant. Okay, so if we start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Excellent, good. Now, in this sentence here, we have a dal here and we have an alif zaida here. So normally we would look at this as an alif madda. If we were taking a pause here, we would pronounce it. But in continuation, because we're going to try and recite the whole line, we are not going to pronounce this little cross on the top. Okay? So I'm going to recite it once, listen carefully, and then if you need me, I'll help you and we'll break it down, else you can have a go by yourself. Okay? So, وَعَادًا وَثَمُودَ وَقَدْ تَبَيَّنَ لَكُمْ.
وعادا وثمود وقد تبين لكم.
Excellent. That was so good, mashallah. Well done. Really, really good effort. Well done. There's a couple of things which you did, but you can work further on. So where here we have the tanween on top of the dal, and then we have a waw with a shadda on top, we need to make a nasal sound here. Okay, so it'd be dangwa. Good. So you've got like air coming out of your nose. Dangwa. So it sometimes helps if you imagine your nose sort of, you're screwing up your nose a little bit so you can actually feel the sound. Dangwa. Dung. Dung. Like you would say, for example, panka. If you were speaking, if you're an Urdu speaker, you might say panka. So you hear that nasal sound. So you need to hear that when you're joining to a waw and the letter before has a tanween on the top. Dangwa. Okay, so keep working on that. The other one which you corrected, which was really good, but I'm just pointing it out for all the other students. Here again, we have a qaf, we have a dal with a skoon on top, but the next letter is a ta with a shadda on top, shadda ta. So we ignore the dal completely and we join the qaf directly to the ta. Okay, which you did, so that was really good. So I'm going to recite it once more and then you can have another go as well. وَعَادًا وَثَمُودَ وَقَدْ تَبَيَّنَ لَكُمْ.
وعاد وثمود وقد تبين لكم.
Very nice, excellent. G1122. Really keep working on this, the nasal sound here. Okay, really keep working on that to try and get that nasal sound. Very good. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. Next student, please. Allah Hafiz.
G1117.
1117.
Assalamu
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
I'm very good. Alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. We start with Tawud and Tasmiyah, and then I'll read through this, and then you can have a go.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Excellent. Ila Fir'auna وملئه فقال.
الفيل.
Do you want me to break it down for you a little bit?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
إلى فرعون. إلى فرعون.
إلى فرعون.
أون.
أون.
Good. إلى.
إلى.
إلى
إلى
فرعون.
فرعون.
Good. So let's say that all together. إلى فرعون.
إلى فرعون.
عون.
عون.
Remember, this is our wow lean. It's a letter of lean because the letter beforehand has a fatha on it. Okay, so let's carry on from here. Wa.
Wa.
Malaihi.
Malaihi.
Good. Wa malaihi.
Wa malaihi.
فقال.
وقال.
فقال.
وقال.
Much better. Excellent. So we're going to do half up to here, and then we're going to do the other half to the end. Okay. إلى فرعون.
إلى فرعون.
عون.
عون.
Good. فرعون.
فرعون.
Sorry. وملئه.
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 فقال.
وقال.
Much better. Excellent. So really just work on practicing that. Make sure you know your letters of lean. Okay. Really, really good effort. Just keep practicing, inshallah. The more you practice, the easier it will become. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. If we could have our next student, please.
Yes, G1125.
Assalamu alaikum, G1125. G1125. Can you hear me?
Her mic is on, but maybe we'll try someone else then.
Shall we move on?
Yes. G1120.
G1120. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So if you stay at Dawud and Tasmiyah, we'll continue with this word.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to recite it and then we can break it down. Okay. So.
Okay.
قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم.
قل أنا قل إن
ما. Good. Let's just do that section together. قل إنما.
قل إنما.
قل إنما.
قل إنما.
Good. أنا بشر مثلكم.
أنا شاب.
Okay, let's break it down. أنا. Good. بشر مثل.
بشر مثل.
بشر مثل.
بشر مثل.
بشر مثلكم.
بشر مثلكم.
لكم.
لكم.
Good. بشر مثلكم.
بشر مثلكم.
much better. Let's try it with this beforehand. Ana basharum mislukum.
Ana basharun misrakum.
Rum mislukum.
Rum mislukum.
Okay, we're going to start with the first section. Qul innama
Kul innama
ana basharum mislukum.
ana barus
Basha
basha
basharum mislukum.
shum mis basha rum mislakum.
Lukum. Very good. Really good effort. Really good effort. I want you to keep working on this. I want you to practice it. Okay, because there's lots and lots of words here that we're trying to say together, and it can get confusing. So I want you to break it down like I did with you today and just keep practicing it. Okay. Once you practice it, and you have to remember that there's a ra with a tanween here, but the next letter is a mim mushaddad. So you're not to pronounce a nasal noon sound, but you have to join it directly to the mim. Rummith, because there's a tha afterwards. Okay, so just keep working on that and keep practicing. Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. If we could have the next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1091.
Assalamu alaikum, G1091.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Excellent. So start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah, and then we'll go through this.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Excellent. So I'm going to recite it once, and then you can have a go, or we can break it down. Okay. So wa ana. Okay, because I'm going to continue, so I'm not going to make this an elongation, right? Wa ana awwalul muslimina.
Wa ana awwalul muslimina.
Very good. Excellent. Really, really nice. We're going to do it once more. Wa ana awwalul muslimina.
Wa ana awwalul muslimina.
Very good. So we need to make sure that this noon here is just 1 second. Okay. So try it once more.
Wa ana awwalul muslimina.
Very good. Excellent. Muslimina. Now, if we were going to do a waqf at the end of this word, we would do what you just said, which was muslimin, and the noon would have a sukoon on the top. But because we were doing it in continuation, we said muslimina, because we would constantly be continuing with another word. We're not doing a waqf there. Okay, jazakumullah. Let's try it once more. Wa ana awwalul muslimina.
Wa ana awwalul muslimina.
Very good. Jazakumullah, G1091. Really nice recitation. Allah Hafiz. Okay, excellent. So again, like you can see, the alif zaidah comes in different places. It says here it's not always marked with an X in the Holy Quran, especially where we've got the little star symbol here that you can see, but it will have alif zaidah in the margin, or it should have alif zaidah in the margin. And you need to know that when you are continuing and there is an alif zaidah, then you do not elongate the noon or whichever the letter is beforehand, unless you are doing a pause there in these particular verses. Okay, so your homework for today is to practice this exercise. There are 2 exercises. There's this one at the bottom, which I think everybody should try and practice, please, because it's more than one word and you need to get into a flow in order to recite it, but also these individual words as well, if you feel that you need to practice those. Okay, so practice exercise 22.3, and that's reference page 90. So if I could have our final student for our last final dua, please.
Yes, G1080.
Assalamu alaikum, G1080. G1080, can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. So, wa alaikum assalam. So we're just going to finish with our final dua. Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allahumma arhamni bil-Qur'anil azim.
Allahumma arhamni bil-Qur'anil azim.
Very good. And the translation?
Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the Quran the Great.
Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you, Jazakumullah, to all the students, all the parents that are helping as well for their children to learn the Quran. And inshallah, we will speak to you all again tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.